Hello, this is Spence with Spence First World Podcast. I'm going to start doing some different intros from now on. This is one of my first ones, so bear with me. But today I want to acknowledge a friend of mine and coworker. Recently just started working together, and we were sharing some good stories. He has a pretty interesting story of some experiences that he's had and maybe some people that he's known. But really good, genuine guy, family man. I want to introduce Mike McNellis. This is a little first introduction for him. And yeah, carry on. Yeah, I don't really do any crazy like, hey, what's going on, guys? This is, blah, blah, blah.
No, and I don't know what you just want to talk about that train wreck from the, kind of.
Oh, no, we can talk about whatever, man.
Oh, okay.
We can keep talking about it if you want. We can keep talking about,
yeah, whatever, man.
Let's talk about Montana a little bit, man.
Yeah.
I really don't know much about Montana, honestly.
Yeah.
And then we can kind of get into that. We can
go a little bit into it, and then if you what do you got to edit all that and put it and do anything?
Yeah, I mean, most of the time,
you can pull up some photos, whatever, of
the
the Carroll College campus, and there's a couple cool ones, and I can send you some if I have it too before you. Do whatever.
Some, yeah.
And there's some fucking cool ones of all the locomotives are all mangled and shit, and
I could imagine
on the track sideways, and fuck, it was nasty, man. It was crazy.
It was crazy. So just so you guys know, we got Mike McNellis, man, as a coworker of mine. I'm not gonna say where we are or anything like that, but long story short, we've been working together for about a month and a half now, probably, And he told me a super cool story. I mean, this dude's super cool anyway. It's not just, we have good conversations in general, so it's not just just about just generally. We really do, having some beer, bullshit, chopping it up, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
everything.
This guy, I mean, it's like something new every time. Man. He's always like, what was it the other day? You were talking about Helena, Montana, but you were like, this guy, he was fought in the UFC at the White House the other day.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Sean O'Malley, man. Helena, Montana boy. He's in Arizona for years now, but yeah, I know his dad, Dan O'Malley, real well. I used to play racquetball with him. He used to kick my ass, made me better. But yeah, no, I've known Sean a long time. Yeah, shout out to him, man. He's doing great. Got a good thing going. So yeah, that's cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, because you said it so casually. They're like, just he won
I
the
know
fight.
him. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, and I was like, who was it? And you said Sean O'Malley, and it kind of went over my head. I didn't
Sugar
really think
Sean.
I was like, it kind of went over my head a little bit. I was like, oh, for real? Okay.
Well, and that's the thing. A lot of people, I don't know. Maybe a lot of people don't know he's from Helena, Montana, but then they go, oh yeah, I've seen him fight. He's from where you're from. Yes, yeah. He gets back there once in a while.
So you probably saw him from the beginning, then, kind of.
Yeah. When he was amateur, and actually one of his coaches was a good friend of mine. One of his very first coaches, Johnny Aho, still lives in Helena. he kind of got him going. I don't know exactly. I could be wrong, but he had a lot to do with them training him and stuff. And then he just went from there, did some amateur fights around Montana, and then he went to Arizona. And a lot of that I hear through his dad Dan, at the gym working out.
So you see his dad pretty often then?
Off and on, at the gym when I am home, from working.
That's awesome.
And he's a proud dad, man. I could imagine. Man, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean he's pretty well known. It's funny, my buddy mentioned him a long time ago. That's when I actually kind of figured him. Not really into the UFC stuff too much. I mean, it's not that I'm against it.
I like watching the pay-per-views.
I never really. Yeah. I see all the highlights and stuff, man. And dude, it's a sport that everybody's really like. Fucking, that's like one sport that
bad dudes, man.
Yeah, dude. It's, man. You got people that play football and all that stuff, but like you get into that, it's just like
whole different world.
Because I listen to Joe Rogan a lot too, so he really talks about that. Him and Joey Diaz and all them. And they're big into it. And it's pretty wild, man.
Yeah. It's pretty cool to see someone make it to that level in a sport from Montana because we're the fourth biggest state, I think, with 1.1 or 2 million people. It's pretty spread out for people, so not a lot of people get famous.
I can see that, yeah.
But he's a humble guy, and he gives back down there in Arizona.
Does he really?
Yeah, cool. And he comes home off and on. He'll have some fundraisers or autograph stuff, give stuff away. So.
But he doesn't live there anymore.
No, he's in Arizona.
He is in Arizona.
Yeah.
I wonder why did he pick there? Just probably not.
Well, there's a gym down there that a lot of the top 10, 20, 15 guy, whatever, train at MMA lab or something I can't remember the name of it.
That sounds
so he went
familiar.
down to be part of that, and
nice.
he's just, that's where yeah. And then his coach, Tim Welch, I don't know him personally, but my son-in-laws do, but he's from Great Falls, Montana. So,
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And they do podcast, the Sugar Show or whatever. And Tim's on there, and those guys they're hilarious, you know.
So did he was he like, did he kind of start there? I mean, because you said that you used to see him when he was a kid too.
Yeah. No, he started fighting, I think, right in Helena. And he kind of went around Montana, get on fight cards, small ones, you know.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know if some of them were boxing and MMA or boxing first, then MMA.
Gotcha.
And then he just kind of, you know, they said, you got potential, you need to go down to Arizona. So he moved down, he packed up, and I remember his dad telling me, yep, Sean's gone, he's in Arizona, let's see what happens. So, and now here, 10, 12 years later, you know, he's the same age as one of my daughters, and well, my youngest, I think he's a few months older, but 30, 31. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty wild, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was thinking. Like, you really see your true potential when you kind of move away a little bit too, you know.
And a lot of people
different
do that.
opportunities.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's better, greener on the other side, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
But a lot of people come back. But
Seems
I
like
don't
they
see him
always
coming back, you know. But,
Yeah, well, it's cold out there, you know.
oh yeah, I'm sure he likes that heat. I like that heat.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking. Does it like? So what's the weather like out there, like year round? I mean, is it getting?
Winters are usually, now 20, 30 years ago, they were 20, 30, 40 below zero. Now, like last winter, we didn't get any snow. I was home for Christmas, but there was brown grass for Christmas morning.
Wow.
You know, we're not used to that. So
Really?
it's usually a foot or two of snow on the ground.
God.
But it finally hit in January, February, and then March it was 40, 50 degrees again, you know, which is rare, you know, well, January, February was. So, yeah, it's, and then springs, you know, everything's melting off, muddy, and everybody's out four-wheeling in the mud.
Yeah.
And then summer's great. That's the best time. July, August are
Yeah.
coming up now are beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of probably a lot of fun outdoor activities and stuff, because you have a lot of mountains and stuff.
A lot of mountains.
Yeah.
I can be in the mountains out of Helena in 10 minutes.
Damn, dude, that's awesome.
You know,
Yeah,
7,000 foot elevation.
I've always wanted to make it out there, man. You know, just I mean, obviously, like maybe go to Yellowstone National Park or anything like that.
Glacier's another good one.
Yeah, and it's funny. There's like Helena was actually a city that I was kind of looking at there was a time where I was on a kick where I was looking for like a place in Wyoming or something like that, like out in the middle of nowhere kind of situation. Not really, you know, just a different city and stuff. And Helena was one that I looked at, and I think a girl I knew, she lived there for a while. She said she loved it.
Well, and Helena's centrally located. You got Great Falls 80 miles or so north. You got Bozeman 90 miles east. Butte 60 miles south. Missoula 100 miles west, 114. So you got towns all around you if you need to go.
And it's all really in the middle.
Yeah, we're in southwest where all the mountains are. Eastern Montana, half the state.
Yeah.
It's like North Dakota.
Damn.
A lot of ranchers.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
But past Billings, Montana, there ain't a lot. Yeah.
Really?
So where we're at out in the western half of the states, all the lakes, creeks, you know, just mountains. It's awesome.
That's awesome, man.
A lot of wildlife.
Yeah. If you want to, you know,
awesome.
And that's like where I'm from, Virginia. There's a lot of it, but it just doesn't seem as, you know, there's national forests and stuff like that, but it doesn't seem as like free as maybe like places like out west. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got a lot of bigger cities probably.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, it's like you drive, I mean, 4 or 5 hours, maybe even 3 to 4 hours. You're in like a pretty busy city. I mean, it's not like, I mean, it's probably a little bit less boring driving across Montana as it is, you know, going to across maybe Kansas or something. You know, it's like
we got
flat. There's nothing to even see. You know,
we got our main interstates, but also you got a lot of 2-lane roads.
Exactly.
And that's where that's the fun ones. Like I got a Harley, so man, you want to get on them, but you got to watch out for the wildlife, man. It'll sneak up on you, man. And I don't ride at night
at all.
No,
it's not worth it.
No, not out on the highways or on them 2 lanes. It's just there's too much wildlife. And I've had buddies get hit deer, elk. It doesn't usually turn out good.
Yeah,
none of them that I know have died from it, but I just don't do it. No, I can do that, but
damn, you don't want to do that, man. Especially like, I mean, I had a buddy back in the day. I guess he hit a deer he had a street bike, like a crotch rocket, and he hit a deer up in New York. and he didn't wreck. He kind of hit it, grazed it, straightened back up, and that's when he was like, I need to sell my bike. And a buddy of his, literally like 2 weeks after that happened, lost his leg because he hit a deer, and he was just like,
yeah, man, it's
tore him up, hit it going real fast.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not worth it, man.
No, it's not like a vehicle, you got better chance of survival, On bike, 2 wheels is crazy. Yeah.
Even riding nowadays, I need to get back.
You got to be
get
careful.
Back in the van,
Yeah.
But
I mean, I love riding. But you got to be smart. You got to be on the defense all the time.
All the time, yeah.
You can't trust anybody out there. They'll pull out in front of you. They'll cut you off. Not, that's why you got to keep them loud.
Yeah, you got to have.
You got a bike.
You got to have a loud bike, man. It's funny. I bought a street bob back in the day. I say back in the day, like 2-3 years ago. But it had stock pipes on. I bought it stock. It only had like 2,000 miles on it. It was a Dyna. But I paid like $5,000 for it. But I stripped it down, did what I wanted to. But until I put some pipes on it, man, people were swerving into me and stuff. And like, just accident. Yeah. But it's insane how you really have to have pipes on your bikes.
And people say, "Why you got it so loud?" Well, for a reason. It's for all the other people that don't, don't pay attention to bikes. It's Otherwise, you will be be eating asphalt. Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants to do that, man.
No.
Hell no. Well, I mean, and speaking of that, man, you got that trip to Sturgis. That's
gonna
be fun, man.
Yeah, I got that all booked, man. It's coming up here in about a little over a month, August 7th, I think. We're leaving, or 6th. Man. Actually, my anniversary is the 6th of August, and 38 years married, and we're going to leave that day. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's
a long time. Yes. It's longer than I've been alive.
Yeah. Don't remind me. But we'll go down on the 6th, and used to ride all the time down there. Now, getting older, everybody's got toy haulers, so I throw mine in the back, and we go down. We stop in Red Lodge, Montana, the Beartooth Pass, ride that, go up down the other side, come back over, load up, and finish the trip to Sturgis.
That's fun, man.
Stay 5-6 days, do all the rides there, and with all the friends, and it's fun.
And you said there's a lot of bikes up there, huh? Oh, it's like riding up there is a little bit nerve-wracking if you.
Yeah, I mean, you really got to be paying attention because you got just coming both ways, and you got vehicles in between there that are But it's 2-lane windy roads, But the rides are awesome.
Really?
Yeah, you got to go.
I need to.
You got to go.
I need to go check
Even
it
only
out,
once.
Man. Yeah,
I'm gonna try to go every year now. I'm getting older. I want to go every year.
Go enjoy it.
I want to make the 100th. My buddy Rick Baker lives in Helena. He says we got to make it to 100. Yeah. 100th anniversary, and I think this year's 86.
Damn.
So
got
14 more years. I'll be
That's a long run, man. You'll make it there.
We'll make it. Hopefully.
I knew some guys that said they rode. I mean, they would ride from fucking all over the place, man.
There's guys that ride from back where you're from all the way to Sturgis with no windshield.
That's gnarly, man.
And they get there, and I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
I gotta have a windshield.
I mean, even that bike.
It ain't that tough, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's beating you down, man. It's like, especially depending on what kind of bike you got too.
Right. Well, that makes difference. Yeah.
Like my bike's older, so it's like it's my bike doesn't run like your bike versus my bike running 75 to 100 the whole, because some people
they run 80, 85, 90. Yeah, a lot of guys do. Just beeline it with no windshield.
Oh man.
And a lot of them don't wear helmets.
Nah,
I'll admit I don't. My wife's on me about you're gonna start wearing one. She wears one, but I don't. But and I do need to.
Is there a helmet law in Montana?
No.
Really?
No helmet law there, and there isn't in Sturgis either. It's pretty much you can wear it if you want. But they don't have it there, and they don't in Montana. I don't know about back where you're from. Do they?
Yeah, they do.
I'm sure they do.
It seems like the places where they have bike weeks don't have helmet laws. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, because a lot of them people are going to go, nah. And I got that same mentality. I want to get out and ride and have the wind hit me in the face. And just,
exactly.
Freedom, the relaxation of it, and just go. And I still do that, but she keeps hounding me, so I'll probably get one.
Yeah. Well, as crazy as it sounds, it is nice. I mean, it sounds stupid to say this really, but it is nice just to hop on it and not have to throw a helmet on it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Like when I was in Myrtle Beach Bike Week, you just throw your leg over the bike and roll out, And it's just something different about it. I mean, it's more free, but but when you wreck, you're gonna want it.
Throw a bandana on or whatever you want. But if you do hit the asphalt, it could save your life.
Oh yeah, it definitely will. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Riding with a helmet. I mean, but. It is.
But you got to go. You got to. You'll get there. You're young enough. You'll get there.
Yeah, I'll make it up there one. I was thinking about going because
get a hold of me. We'll meet down there and show you the rides and everything. Ride with us, yeah.
It's my buddy. You know, I got a buddy that went last year. I don't know if he's gonna go to this year, but fuck, I mean, I think they do the same thing. They load up the enclosed, you know, and they just roll up there. So he asked me last year if I wanted to go. I couldn't make it. I mean, if he's going to his room, I might jump in.
It's surprising how many people actually pull RVs down there now. You'll see there's tent areas. We stay at a campground called Hog Heaven Campground.
Yeah.
There's Buffalo Chip. There's Full Throttle, but Hog Heaven is right just barely outside of town. Nice, big, huge grass hillsides, and you just park wherever you want. You know, it's nice. It's nice, and but there's a tent area, so there's still guys that old school it. You know, but you'll see. I'll see RVs that are, you know, shit, $500,000. You know?
Oh man,
like, God damn.
Well, you'd be surprised. A lot of the people that go to those are pretty fucking well off, man. They're out there riding $100,000 motorcycles and shit, dude. Like you said, I mean, they got
custom bikes,
and I mean, there's
a lot of money.
There's some money in that shit, you know. And I didn't really realize that till I went to Myrtle Beach and my buddy's dad. I met up with my buddy and his dad. And you know, he's a VP for like a couple companies. He actually is the one that got me into the overseas stuff. You know?
Really?
So yeah. Like the reason why we're hanging out, you know,
why we're doing
I'm
this,
here,
what
you know.
we're doing, yeah.
And you know, he got me into it years ago. But long story short, you know, we were out, and I was just thinking about it, you know. And I said, you know, he's like, you know, a lot of the people that do this shit, like lawyers, doctors, they own their own businesses, or whatever, you know, or they have pretty cool jobs, you know.
Yeah, they got that freedom to go to do that.
And I didn't really think about that till I guess I got there. I was like, yeah, I guess you're right, you know, because you think of motorcyclists, they're greasy fucking bikers, you know.
Well, and that's what my wife, when we first started going, it was me and Rick Baker. We'd ride all the way. The first 3 times we went, probably 15. I don't know when the first time was, 15 years ago. And we just had our tents, and we went to Hog Heaven, and it was raining, pouring down, rain going in our tents and shit.
Oh man, that's gnarly.
You know, we get up and go. They had a little shack there. You could go get breakfast, coffee. We'd get that, and then we'd go ride, and then we'd ride home after 4 or 5 days, and then about 3 or 4 years later, after doing that, everybody started getting campers, and more people were wanting to go, and shit. Now we got people from back east that Rick knows that he works with, that's from I think PA and Virginia, DC area. That they'll be coming out this year.
Wow.
You know, they got a big group chat that we do, and you know, so yeah, it's growing to a good group. You know. It's fun.
Well, there's like hundreds of thousands of people.
Oh
there,
shit. Yeah, I think on the 80th anniversary I was there, and then the 85th was last year. But I want to say the 75th or 80th, they were both pretty big ones. I don't remember how many people they said bikes come through. I want to say it was 1 million, 500,000,
really?
$3/4 million. I'm not sure. It might even been over 1 million that come through in that. It's a 10-day event, you know. So. Yeah, man.
That's wild.
It's and there's just good shop. So anyway, back to where Robin, you know, thought, oh, I ain't going to there. Oh, hell no. So me and Rick went the first 3 times, and then I said, just go once. Yeah. If you don't like it, we won't. You know, you don't have to go again. I said, there is a lot of good shopping, you know, and she loves to shop. So we got down there, and the rides, she's like, man, these are awesome. I said, I told you.
It's fun. Yeah.
Once in a while, you got to listen to what I say too. You know, my opinion. So, but now she loves it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, did she ride with you?
She rides with me. Yeah.
But when that first time she went, did she ride on the back with you all the way there?
No. No. When she started going, we had a camper. Yeah.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah. She said no.
Not doing the tank.
No, I ain't doing the 600 miles on the back of that. I think it's from Helena. It's like 580 or 600, which. By myself on the street glide I got now,
rolls,
cruise control, the stereo, everything. I used to ride a Heritage Classic, you know, and I didn't have cruise, I didn't have stereo, I had a windshield, but yeah, it was you know, just all the way, you know, to the next tank of gas.
Did you have a hillbilly, the hillbilly cruise control? You know what that is?
Oh yeah, I do. The little yeah. I'd turn that and kind of put a little pit, whatever it was, and it'd hold it. But that was the only option. The only nice option I had on that one. But now it's like you just boom, hit that button. And
oh man, it's nice. Dude, those things have heated grips and shit now, man. They got all kinds of stuff. You don't even need to wear gloves on them anymore. I mean, I'd wear gloves for the, you know, just for the slide, not the ride. But
it's like snowmobiles. They got all. I used to have them. I haven't had them for a while, but they got heated thumb grips, and you know, you know everything. It's technology's crazy.
It is nuts, man.
But it ain't cheap. They charge you.
You got to pay for it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
but it's a great time, man. Yeah.
And then making them nice, just in general.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like
and there's great bands down there. We've seen Night Ranger, Skinner, Jelly Roll.
Oh, really?
They get some good headliners.
Pretty good names.
Oh yeah. I think this year, gosh, I can't remember them all, but we're going to go to. Well, Sammy Hagar's going to be there. We're going to go see him, and the other one, Journey, was going to be there with that new singer. Which I'm still a Steve Perry guy, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He sounds like Steve Perry, but he ain't Steve Perry.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
we were going to go to those two, and then Journey backed out, I guess, about 2 weeks ago. I had seen online. So, but we'll still go see the Red Rocker, Sammy Hagar, man.
There's gonna be some. Yeah. Man, I mean, and I bet some.
There's some other good ones.
Some money flows through that place, man.
Well, a lot of them people there, they rely on that 10 days for their year income.
Isn't that crazy? Just work for 10 days.
The vendors, and the local businesses. That's some of the people that own small little houses in town they'll charge you $500, maybe $1,000 for a week just to put your tent on their grass, and that's all you get from it. And they'll pay it. They'll pay it, man.
God, man.
I see it. Yeah, I see it when we're walking around down on Main Street, and there'll be 8, 10 tents in a small little front yard.
That's wild. And a lot of those venues, I mean, because you gotta kind of book the stuff throughout the year too. That's part of it.
Yeah, a lot of that you got to do way in advance.
But man, setting up though, it's like I had a buddy, he did that for festivals and stuff. Whatever kind of festival.
Yeah.
But he would go and you set up for 2 weeks straight, the events for like 3 days, and then you're breaking it down.
Yeah.
And that's
to the next one or whatever.
He'd make $10,000 plus in just whatever that time period was.
Yeah, it's crazy, man, because they get a lot of the same bands every year that play at certain venues. Mm-hmm. They're good. Of course, you want them back. But like all the bartenders and probably the waitresses, waiters, whatever. They just travel around probably different like say Myrtle Beach or Daytona Bike Week or Gettysburg, whatever one, They probably go hit them all around the the summer, and that's their income for the year,
That's true.
They make good money probably.
Yeah.
I know I tip probably better than I should.
Yeah, I probably have to come out there, man.
Oh, you got to.
At least once. Like that's why I went to Myrtle Beach. I went to Myrtle Beach, and I rode there, but my buddy he sold his bike, and his dad sold his bike too, and I mean, whatever. I'm sure they'll get back into it. Just life changes certain things, So, and I still got mine, and it's like that's like we talked about it before.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really want to sell it, but I kind of like,
I get first dibs. I get first dibs on that.
That's true. That's true. My buddy, his dad, I bought it from him, and it was his dream bike, so it's kind of like a sentimental thing. So I'm kind of, that's why I want to hold on to it.
Yeah, no, and
but
I
it's
get
also,
that.
It sucks because it's not a bike. Like if I were to ride the Surges, I'm probably gonna ride I'm gonna buy
a road glide or a street glide or a full dresser or something.
I'd have to get something different.
You're gonna ride that far,
or I load it up in my work van and just drive it out there.
You could do that too. There's people that do that. They come out there. You see vans and they roll the bike out and
not a bad idea.
Their tents and everything else. Oh yeah.
I'll sleep in the van, man.
There's people that got some great setups and people that you're like, man.
Do they really do this?
They're old school.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Let me check something real quick. Let me see if it's still recording. Oh, yeah. We're still good, man. We got 20 minutes. We've been talking for 20 minutes. But no, yeah. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure it didn't stop on us or something. Fucking,
Yeah.
Let me make sure these mics are still rocking too. I can just edit this out.
Hell yeah.
All right, we had to do a little bathroom break, but let me make sure this thing's recording. See, that's the beauty of just starting this shit. I don't plan on getting famous or anything, but
no, it's cool though.
Fuck it, I start it, stop it. Who cares? A lot of podcasts have to have commercials and be all fuck it, man.
Yeah, they're promoting different things and.
I was doing. What I really do this for, in all seriousness, is like my mom. My mom watches my videos. She's my biggest fan. People, a lot of people that.
He's still alive, all right.
Yeah. Stuff exactly. Like my grandparents will watch. Well, really my granddad. He likes to watch his Western shows. Whatever. I mostly do this and also I meet cool people along the way. And it actually dawned on me not long ago. I think it was last year. I was talking to somebody and they were just telling me their story, and I was like, damn, dude, I should probably somehow document this shit. And.
Yeah, kind of neat,
That's why I do it.
Might be people out there that find it interesting.
Yeah,
shit, I didn't know that about him. They might know you or me or something.
Yeah, exactly.
They might see it.
Yeah.
I don't say a lot about my past. Certain things. But,
exactly. Well, you do some cool shit, man. You even mentioned you did semi-pro football for a while.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, so I was. Helena got a team, and I knew a few guys that said, "Man, we got to do that." I go, "Yeah, we're older." That was 99 or 2000, so I was 35, 34.
I could imagine doing that.
34, and I thought, man, yeah, let's do it, man. Let's help build a team. And we ended up getting a guy, I want to say the second year in. So his older brother, Mark Gastineau, played for the New York Jets back in the 80s.
Okay.
Famous guy, was married to Brigitte Nielsen, the actress, right?
Okay.
So his younger brother is like 15 years younger, Brett Gastineau, good friend of mine. He moved to Elliston, Montana, up over the McDonald Pass. And so he kind of helped get it going I think in 2001. And so he was he played and then he was a coach. He played a few years in the NFL, maybe more on the practice squad.
Gotcha.
Like the Rams and Raiders. But so he kind of headed it up then, and we had to go at it for like 5 years. Yeah, I played tight end, and I thought, yeah, I can play with these young guys.
So you did it for 5 years?
Yeah, did it 2001 till almost 40. I set that goal. I said,
holy shit.
Okay, I got to do this till I'm almost 40. Set a goal, and age is only a number.
Yeah.
And so played, and I made a couple All-Star games, and had the record for so the league was Rocky Mountain Football League. It was Idaho, Montana, Utah. They had teams from Boise, Salt Lake.
Oh, so you traveled the states?
Yeah, we just carpool down. We didn't make it. We made $100 a game.
Yeah,
Pay just enough gas.
Just enough to put gas.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
car.
and then we
maybe buy a
it was
cheeseburger.
love of the game, right? So
yeah, sometimes that's what it's about.
So yeah, it was cool, man. I did that, and then I think when I was 39, almost 40, a guy named Andy Pedic was doing a documentary about boxing. Different people. It was kind of a neat deal they had on him because he played for the University of Montana Grizz football team back, in the mid-late 90s. So I knew him when he was in high school and everything. But he had a card in Helena that he was doing, and it was all being filmed, documentary, and so I got on that card to box some guy. And I said,
well, 40?
Yeah, almost 40.
Damn.
So I can't remember the guy's name. Not Casey Kelly. Something Kelly, anyway, from Helena, like 23 years old.
Oh, young dude.
And I'm 39, and they go, this guy you're going to box, Mike's a state Greco-Roman champion of Montana. And I go, well, thank God we're not wrestling because he tied me up like a pretzel.
Yeah.
So we're boxing, and he doesn't know I'm a lefty, so hopefully I can catch him with the left, and he don't catch me first. So anyway, I was on that card. I was like the co-main event, whatever, and so Johnny Aho that we talked earlier about that kind of helped get Sean O'Malley going in Helena as a coach. He was my ringside guy, and I did a little sparring before. I didn't do a lot, but anyway, I got it. I got in there and went the first round. He caught me a couple times. I got to tell you a good story with my wife Robin on that though. So first round, she's sitting like ringside, a couple rows back, and he was probably 6'3", 265, 270. I'm about the same height. I was, I think, 235, 240 when I did that. And so anyway, he kind of pushed me and got me back against the ropes. He caught me once, didn't really hurt, kind of pissed me off,
Yeah.
And my wife, she jumps up. I didn't know this till after, but she stood up and she's like, "God damn it, Mike, hit him." and she was swinging her arms, I guess, and she slapped somebody right in front of her, right in the side of the head, getting all crazy, pumped up for me, like, what are you gonna let him sit there and hit you or what? So anyway, second round come around, and Johnny told me that, and I started laughing, and then he goes, "Hey man, quit fucking around, knock this guy out."
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. So I get up, boom, 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 couple jabs with the right, and then of course I'm a lefty, and I hit him a couple in the temple. And he went down on one knee, and I was about ready to hit him another one, and they jumped in, and ref stopped it, and I was like, "Fuck, all right, TKO, I'll take that."
Is that what they?
They stopped it. Yeah, he didn't want to get up. So then in the back, he's laying on the ground in the locker room, and he's like, "Fuck, I never been hit so hard in my life." I go, "Well, shit, I didn't. It's better me hitting you than you hitting me like that." So anyway, so that was fun. I did that before I was 40, and yeah.
So did you train at all?
Like I said, I sparred a little bit over at Johnny's house and a little bit.
Oh, so you literally just were like
not a lot. I did a little bit, I mean, my younger days it was more just survival, fighting and.
Well, you bounced a little bit too, right?
Well, I bartended. I bartended 3 or 4 places.
Bartended too, yeah.
the main one that I was Hap's Bar in Helena. It's still going, but
Yeah.
you were the bouncer, you were the bartender, you were everything. You know.
Oh, wow.
We didn't have bouncers back then. You didn't have none. We didn't call the cops.
Yeah.
You took care of it yourself, or
And whatever happened.
yeah, exactly. But so I did that. Yeah, so that was cool, and then I said, okay, enough of that. I'm 40 now.
Yeah. Well, it's funny.
But yeah, it was fun, man.
Because I was thinking about doing like some MMA stuff, just more or less for the
Yeah.
training. I don't even care about getting in the ring or anything, but just the exercise aspect of it. You know?
Well, it gets you in.
It gets you in killer
crazy.
shape. And I was like, I
yeah.
thought about doing it, because I'm doing that Asia trip, and I was like, it'd be cool. Maybe get into doing that a little bit.
Yeah.
Just kill some time, give me some discipline while I'm there.
Well, yeah, you'll learn something. Mindset will be good from it.
Exactly.
Yeah, like you say,
But,
discipline.
But man, I was like, man, I just want to get my ass beat,
Yeah.
I was like, but I guess they respect. I mean, it's it's
Yeah, as long as you're not just trying to make a joke out of it, you're trying to learn something and train,
exactly.
And get something out of it.
Yeah, and I just
there's gyms that'll take people on like that. I'm sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, I like to switch it up. I mean, I did rock climbing for a year.
Yeah.
Just something different, just to mess around, have some
Which
fun.
It's
hard, man. I mean,
you got to have some strong freaking fingers and
my
wrists.
arms. I mean, I'm not as like strong probably now as I was when I was doing it, but man, like my grip strength and like what's crazy is the progress. You progress so fast, like more than you think. But I mean, you suck. Like when you first get I mean, I've always lifted weights, but man, when I started doing, I can't really do. I mean, you saw me. I do push-ups, but I'm not like a good push-up guy or a pull-up guy.
Yeah.
So I'm over here doing rock climbing. Like you got guys like the guy we work with. He lanky kind of. He's a rock climber. So he's
he
got a
can
good
scale
frame.
that no problem. He make it look easy.
He's got a killer frame on him for that kind of stuff. I'm a big dude. You know what I mean? You're a big guy. So
Yeah,
we would struggle. A little
it
bit.
is a lot more weight. Yeah, it's like I think I mentioned to you before on those podcasts. I was watching Joe Rogan with a guy named Devin Larratt.
Oh yeah.
He's a
Same thing.
Yeah, from Canada, 51 years old now. He's a famous arm wrestler, And he said some guys that come into arm wrestling are former rock climbers.
Yep.
Because what he says, the forearm, the fingers, the wrist, everything is the main thing to win in arm wrestling. He said really is your hand, your fingers, and everything. And of course, there's technique and there's tricks and trades, but
That's insane, man.
But that guy's a freaking beast,
Animal.
Yeah, 6'5", like 280. There's guys, he's arm wrestling 420 pounds. But that Joe Rogan podcast with him was like 2 hours and 50 minutes. And I watched, it was, the guy's a humble dude, man. It's interesting.
Dude,
Ex-Canadian Special Forces, JT2, or I don't know if I'm saying it right, but whatever it is, he did that for 16 years,
Wow.
So guys like that, the training and things, it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the mindset, the discipline.
Yeah, you gotta have the discipline, man. I mean, it's just like me, like getting into working out again. I mean,
it's good to see you over there, man. I've been the only one out of all these different times over here. The crews don't go, and I'm thinking, man, I'm the old guy too. But there's some other guys are starting to show up. It's good.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. And
makes you feel better.
And it's not even about
nice.
it's just about being consistent. It's like one of the guys was cracking on me. He's like, you were there for 15 minutes. I was like, yeah, but I did like 10 workout, not maybe
10 sets,
maybe 4,
you
4
superset it,
workouts,
just boom, boom, boom.
But I bust out. I mean, you see me.
Yeah.
I bust out supersets. Like I'll do, now that I'm doing every day, I do different muscle groups rather than. I used to stack them. I used to do like legs and shoulder. Like I go 3 times a week, but legs, shoulders, chest tries, back buys.
Push versus pull maybe or something or whatever. Everybody does it. There's so many ways to do it.
There's so many ways, man. It's like
there's no one good way. Everybody, it's however everybody wants to do it.
Exactly. And honestly, I can tell the difference. I mean, like I said, I've lost 20-some pounds.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
But I wasn't working out. I was eating terribly. Like now I'm on like a little bit of a regimen, on a routine. We're working every day. I wasn't working either.
Working 6 days a week, eating a lot of food. It doesn't have the preservatives, like back home, man. I mean, I love the food back home. It's good, but you got to watch your proportions. Probably, is a good part of it, I guess, if you're going to eat all that good stuff. But but it's hard. It's hard sometimes to do that, man.
Especially when you go to Chipotle or any of those places or wherever, man, they load up a big old bowl. Yeah, we go to a steak. I might get a steak tonight. Now we're thinking about it. But no, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's definitely crazy, just the difference in like the food and stuff like that.
It is.
It really is. And
I
mean, you can eat a lot here and you don't feel as full either.
No, you don't. Yeah, it just doesn't have all that shit in it.
Yeah,
probably,
it's
all
crazy.
Preservatives and
it's crazy.
Whatnot. Yeah, man, it is.
But have you seen a change? Like, have you seen a change in like the American food since, like, I mean, because you've been here?
Back and forth, yeah. Gone 3 months, home for 3,
But I'm talking
4
about
weeks.
even like since the 80s, 90s,
Oh,
2000s.
since way back then.
Just like portion sizes and stuff.
Yeah, well, of course, price is way higher.
Yeah.
We all know that, but
Yeah.
portions aren't very big anymore. It seems like. But yeah, as far as taste, I mean, yeah, it's different.
It is different. You could tell.
I think the '80s, 70s, '80s. 70s, I was teen years and early teen years, but I didn't really care about all that. But now you get older, you think about all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was different then than now. Oh yeah,
That's
by
crazy,
far.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
What's like I saw something the other day. Actually, it was, I guess back in the day, like the large size soda was like kind of the medium now. Like at McDonald's.
Yeah, yeah.
And
yeah,
like
the
even,
cups got smaller too.
Yeah, the cup. The cups
Yeah,
are
yeah.
smaller, but it's like now you can get like a double XL soda.
Yeah.
It's like what
Yeah,
the
it's
hell?
like- it's
What do you
like
really need? I can go
yeah.
refill.
Yeah, yeah. Just give me a medium, and if I'm sitting down eating and it's free refills, why would I buy that big one, right?
Exactly.
That's
what I always do.
Yeah,
Heck
yeah.
It's kind of crazy, but
Yeah. Oh, it is. It's yeah, and everything is. It's expensive, man. I mean, its prices have really went up. I go home, and you go get a taco joint or something. You get a meal that was $10, for a lot of food. Now it's $18, $20.
Yeah, man. It's like
come
almost
on, man.
double.
I mean, I know prices go up in goods when you buy it as a business owner, but man, they're hitting you hard now.
I just think it's just because that's what people are willing to pay, man. It's like, I got to think about someone's like, yeah, the gas prices are going to go down. And I'm like, there's some regulations on that, I feel like. But for the most part, if they know you're going to pay $6 a gallon,
They're going to keep it. They're
gonna
not
keep
going
it
to lower it, right?
Yeah, they might. Now they're going to buy it
Yeah.
cheaper for
Right.
sure, but they're
Yeah.
going to keep it at $6.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. I
Right.
think.
Now the guy a mile down the road might be at $5.75. So
Yeah.
a lot, I know in Helena and the surrounding areas, people they'll travel that extra 2-3 miles to save 3 cents a gallon. I'm
Yeah,
like,
but by
come
the
on,
time
man.
you do that,
I'm like,
you
I mean,
spend
really?
more- you spend more.
Yeah, you're just wasting. You're burning more gas to go that 3
Yeah.
miles for 3 cents a gallon.
I-
that I'm like,
That
common
is-
sense, man.
That is the weird thing. Like I've been on like the interstate. I've been guilty of that before, where
Yeah.
it'll be
I
just
have to.
interstate prices and it's insane.
Yeah.
And then you go down a little bit and then it's even more.
like,
You're
shit.
like, fuck. Like,
Yeah,
I just,
like,
like
it's
you're
going
kinda-
the wrong way on me.
Yeah, you're kind of gambling.
Shit,
You're
I
like,
should have got it back
Yeah,
there.
I've done that
Yeah.
before. It'd be like 10 cents more. You're like, damn it, dude, I should have. And then by that time, you burned up all your gas. So then
Yeah.
you're just like, well, I guess I
Now
gotta
you're
do
like, well, I still got to pay probably more now. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. It's crazy, man.
It is wild. Yeah, so I guess the experience.
Things have changed, man.
That's
They
wild.
definitely have, for sure.
Is that 80s was it the 80s your favorite
Man, that
time?
was my decade there. Yeah.
Was it?
Oh shit.
We had a lot happen to you too, man. I mean, like that
Yeah,
the
yeah,
accident,
yeah. I was in a train explosion in February 2nd, 1989, right in Helena. I was working for Montana Rail Link then. Just got married the year before, August of '88. So yeah, like I say, we're almost 38 years. But together now I will say April 20th, 1985 was our first date, and she reminds me of that. You know, what's today? I don't know. Saturday. Of course that. But that marked our first date. So that's another anniversary besides my wedding anniversary. So April 20th, so that was what, I don't know, 85. That was 41 years total time together.
Man, that's crazy. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's awesome.
I'm
though,
surprised
man.
she put up with me past the first 10.
You don't hear much about. You don't hear that.
Yeah.
Like you used to.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Well, then
awesome.
when we had our 2 daughters, Devin and Destry, then that made it kind of tough. We young kids and you're a young family and you're both working and it's tough.
Yeah.
People say what's your secret? I go, well, I mean, there's a lot of things, secrets, but communication and trust and everything, and we didn't have some of those for a long time, and then we finally figured it out, and it's great.
Yeah,
Of
that's
course,
awesome.
we're older now. It's like I don't want to argue. Screw
Well-
that shit. I don't get to argue.
And you get older and you realize that
Yeah.
it wasn't as serious, probably. Like whatever the thing,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
There's certain things, you're
Yeah.
like, maybe I shouldn't have gotten mad about that.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
And I'm guilty of that probably 100 times over. She may be too, but yeah. So anyway, so we got married the previous So I'd been married 6 months. I was 23 at the time in '89 when that happened, and So I got called to work at 1 a.m. I was on a helper, they call it, a helper set. So we helped trains over the mountain pass, west of Helena.
So they pushed and pulled the trains?
Yeah, we would either get on the point of the train with 4 locomotives and hook to their couple of units or something, a train going to Missoula, or we'd cut in the middle of it. At that morning, we got on the point. Well, we were supposed to. We didn't, but so there was another helper set ahead of us. They went to work like an hour or two before us. So they were on the point of a train, and 12 miles west of Helena on the tracks, I guess it was cold. It was 38 below zero actual temp, and wind was howling. So it was 70, 72 below zero.
Oh God!
When I got to work, I don't know. We usually got a 2-hour notice, so it was like 1. So we had to be there like 3 in the morning. This wreck happened at 4:45 in the morning. But they were ahead of us. That helper crew was, and their lead locomotive, the cab heater in there wasn't working. Of course, it's 70 below zero. So they got permission from the dispatch. But they're on a different channel than we are. Once you get out of west of town a little ways, you switch your radio to channel either 1 or 2, and then in town we're on the other one.
Yeah.
So we don't know what they're doing. They're up ahead of us. And so they got permission to pull in this Austin siding 10 miles up from where we were in the siding to switch around their locomotives. So they cut away from their 51-car train. And in the regulation or the rule book, you're supposed to tie a certain percent of how many train cars you have. So they should have probably tied, 15, 20, 25 handbrakes.
Wow.
But they just turned the angle cock, pulled away from the train, the pistons come out, you hear that, yeah. Pistons come out, the brakes come out. Well, they didn't tie any handbrakes. They said, we'll be back in a few minutes. It ain't going nowhere.
So the handbrake is like an actual mechanical thing.
You climb up the ladder and it sits right there. There's a little walk.
And you just turn it?
Yeah, you just turn it. Yeah, it's a big round,
Okay.
It's a chain thing.
Gotcha.
You pull them tight. You got to walk and do about 15, 20 of them. Well, I'm sure that switchman like me then on that crew with the engineer said, I ain't going to go do that. Yeah, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
So they cut away and went to the other end of the siding, switched their locomotives around. They're doing all that while we're sitting at Benton Avenue, waiting on a red block signal. We were waiting for the switch for the dispatcher in Missoula to switch it for us, but it was so cold it wouldn't do it. So finally, about an hour later, while they're doing all that, we're still sitting there, and we finally get permission where I can walk down with a key and unlock it and throw it.
Oh, yeah,
and then we'll go down and get on the point of that train. Switch track. So before we did that, they're still up, and then they come back. They get the lead locomotive with a good heater on. They got all their 7 or 8 engines, and they come back in the siding down to hook up to the train. Well, the train ain't there. Those pistons bled off.
God, dude.
It rolls out the siding, and it's 12 miles from us. So it rolls from 12 miles on its own, 51-car train.
Jeez.
And we're sitting here on a different channel, still waiting. And at the time, when it got close and hit us, I didn't hear it coming. Mark, the engineer I was with, so we had 4 locomotives hooked together. We were on the east one because he's got to run back towards the depot. When we went from the depot, he was in the west one, and then you switch and you walk, So I got off the locomotive when we had permission to go down the hand line. And in the meantime, this train's coming 12 miles. We don't know it.
And you didn't even.
We didn't have a clue.
I guess you couldn't really hear it at all. Right?
No.
And it was late as shit, right?
It was 4:45 in the morning. 5 o'clock. Dark, pitch black.
I couldn't imagine
cold as fuck.
I couldn't imagine for one being those guys and going back and seeing all those cars were gone. Could you imagine your stomach would probably fall out?
Yeah. Yes, and I'll get to that in a minute. Where, so I get off the east locomotive and I walk it's about 100 yards to the switch. So Mark's sitting here and I walk down and I just stepped in the middle of the track to go to the switch over here to unlock it. And right when I stepped in the middle of the track, that train hit our west locomotive. And so it hit and it pulled the knuckle apart on the locomotive that Mark was on, and he thrusted down the track at me, and I right when I heard the boom, it wasn't explosions yet, I looked to my right and left, and I turned around, and he's coming right at me. I'm like, oh shit. So I bailed off the track to the north, and there's a big parking lot for the softball complex right there. So I just beelined that as fast as I could run, all bundled up, just kept running through my work lantern, the light, was on, and then cars are just pounding behind me, you know. I think
Just
19, just derailing from the impact of hitting us. I mean, that quick. Right when it hit, I took off. So I mean, we're talking 3, 4, 5 seconds. I'm already running, and they're derailing. Not right behind me, but close where I go. I don't know if they're gonna. If I stop running, I'm fucking dead, probably squished. Wow. So I just kept running till I could hear everything settle down. And we wore a radio right here, you know, and you could, you know, talk, and I could hear Mark saying, Mike, where you at? You all right? And I got on there and I said, you know, I shouldn't cuss, but I said, I don't know what the fuck happened, but I think a train hit us.
Damn.
He's like, something. So I'll be right there. So he locked up that locomotive on the track, walked over to me, and here's where, when we looked way up west, I could see a headlight of a locomotive, them coming down trying to find their train now.
Jeez.
You know, so we walked, so right on Benton Avenue, which runs north and south, a couple hundred yards from where he met up with me, we walked up to and the cars are still on the track right there. The 19 are piled up everywhere. Our 2 west locomotives are all crunched up, and we got some pictures, you know. Yeah. So we thought, well, I called the yard. I said, hey, you got to come get us in the crew van, you know. I called our train master, and he's like, yeah, I don't know what the windows are shattered out here. I said, well, a train hit us, man. Or, well, no, excuse me. That wasn't yet. So the explosions happened. Then that blew all the windows and plumbing and everything. We'll get to that. But yeah. So we stepped up onto onto the cars and jumped through Benton Avenue and stood over there and waited for Tim, the train master, to come down, you know, get us out of there. So he finally pulls up, and we're, I don't know, a couple hundred feet. I'm a couple hundred feet from a big black hydrogen peroxide tank car. I find this out later. And I said, hey, man, look at that. There's flames coming out where they fill it, you know, right in the middle on the top. 3, 4 foot flames. And they go, oh, yeah. And boom, it blows. And this thing threw me in the air. I can't lie about this, probably 10 to 15 feet into the middle of Benton Avenue. And I look up, and it's just mushroomed out. And those guys, I didn't know at the time, but they dove under the front of the van. I was kind of to the left of the front of the van. Yeah. So I didn't think like that. My instincts were just to run, I guess. Yeah. So I took like 2 steps when it blew, and then it threw me. Oh. And then there was the second explosion was a couple seconds later, was Northwest Energy, big propane. I don't know how many, 1,000 gallon, I don't know. Oh, I don't know the size. Really? But it ignited that. That was a second explosion. So then I got up, and that went off, and it threw me over into the ditch on the other side of Benton Avenue from the other lane, would be the southbound lane. And I rolled into a ditch. You know, snow was 2, 3 feet deep, cold, 70 below. You know, and I just curled up in a ball. Then I could hear chunks of that black tank car just hitting the ground. Boom, boom. And I'm thinking, fuck, I hope one of them don't get me. It'll cut me in half. Yeah. So none hit me. And then I kind of hear that settle down, but now my ears, it's like I went to a concert, you know.
Just ringing.
Heavy, you know, big hair 80s concerts. Yeah. Oh, they're ringing. I couldn't, like, what? You
listening to Motley Crue or something.
Yeah, exactly. And so then I get out of there, and I go over back to the van, and we all 3 jumped there and got the hell out of there. No emergency, nobody's there yet. No emergency people. We just left the whole mess.
Well, everybody was probably
and went back to the depot. You know.
Everybody's probably still sleeping, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you said it was like 5 a.m. when all that happened.
Yeah, this was like 4:45 in the morning. Yeah.
God,
yeah.
It's probably pitch black.
Pitch black.
Couldn't see.
But it knocked all the power out. People out at the lake, like 15 miles away, could hear it. Boom. You know, just boom. You know.
So like when those, not to cut off the story a little bit, but like when those trains were rolling, was it like something you'd see in the movies? Like, you know what I'm talking about, where like they were just like
oh yeah, runaway train like thing, you know, like that, you mean, yeah.
I mean, they were literally like, that's,
yeah. And there was, you know, and going west on the tracks so many times over the years, railroading, when I worked the helper units, you know, there's little sways in it, you know, right? And you would think it would probably stop it, but no.
Well, they're heavy, man.
Oh yeah. Well, and then to come find out, like I think I was telling you this already. One of the axles, the wheels off that black peroxide tank car blew over Carroll College campus, the college in Helena, went down through an elderly lady's roof, just missed her bedroom. And I don't know the exact distance, but it had to, I mean, I can't make this up. At least eighth to a quarter of a mile away, they blew that.
That's insane.
6,000 pound, I don't know what the axles weigh, 3 ton.
Jeez.
Blew it all the way over the campus. So I was probably 200-300 feet from the two explosions, you know. And, you know, yeah, I'm still alive. I mean, but my hearing's gotten, you know, it's quiet where we're at now. If I get any background noise, you know, it shattered some of the nerves in there. And the railroad made me do a hearing test every 6 months for about 3 years. I think, to me, trying to find one of them towns, I went to every town in Montana to a hearing specialist, and they ran their test. Everyone was saying, yeah, you got a hearing loss. You're young, but it's going to get worse when you get older.
Really?
And it has, you know, if I got any background noise or anything, yeah. My wife keeps saying, get hearing aids, man. I'm tired of yelling. You're saying what? but
That's
anyway, yeah.
Selective hearing.
Yeah.
No.
But so the wreck, yeah. And so we go back to the depot, and there's no phones, ain't working. We didn't have cell phones like we got now, you know.
Yeah.
I had a bag phone.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. But so I couldn't call her. We had to go to the hospital, get checked out. And also there was a sulfuric acid white tank car that was tipped over and that derailed, and it had a leak in it, so it smelled like rotten eggs, man. And it just, my eyes and my nose were burning, man, too, and then my hearing, right? So we go up to the hospital, me and Mark do, and get checked out, got all my insulated cover. I'm bundled up, you know.
And that probably helped you too with the concussions of that shit too, like being covered
right.
up a lot.
It might, yeah. I probably had I don't know.
Yeah.
They didn't really diagnose me with anything, just, you know, said, yeah, you're hearing ain't nothing we could do about that. Nose burning and eyes, it's from the chemicals. So we walk in through the ER and we go down a hall, I remember, and I go in a little room and I'm waiting for a doc to come in. Mark's probably in another one, and they come in, they go, oh shit. And I'm like, what? And he goes, well, you're in that wreck. And I said, yeah. And he goes, is this what you're wearing? I go, well, yeah. He goes, shit. Hold on. Comes back with a trash bag. So you got to give me them coveralls, your coat, your gloves, your hats, and I'm down to like sweats and stuff, kind of like these, you know, something, long johns. Took my boots, you know, I had no boots on to go back to the depot after that. So they took it all, tied it all up, you know, and they're mopping the halls, you know, just freaking out, you know, because I get it. They didn't know what kind of chemicals were involved.
Oh yeah, the sanitation of it or whatever, yeah.
So we get done with that, and we go back to the depot, and now it's like 7:38 in the morning. I haven't got to get a hold of Robin. Well, we had a portable radio in our apartment, and those explosions woke her up, and she heard on the radio, you know, potential derailment, you know, trains and explosions, and right away she said, oh shit, I know he was involved. Mike was, you know, me.
Yeah.
Sure, I was, but I can't get a hold of her. It was probably 10:30 when I finally was able to reach her.
Man, she's probably freaking out.
Yeah, freaking out, man. You're alive, okay? Because they said that there could be one casualty. Well, when I jumped off the track and went to the north end of that field, I threw my work lantern, you know, this battery one, you know.
Yeah.
Use it for signals to the engineer when you're switching and things, right? I threw that and just kept running. Well, then a boxcar landed on that, right? And it was still on. I don't know how. And so we left. Nobody's there. They think they got a casualty. So she said, "Oh fuck, he's dead." God. But I wasn't. I lucked out. But if I had to run like that now, I probably would be dead.
Yeah.
But
damn. Man.
But anyway, yeah. So that was, and then I finally got to go home, and man, I had you know, we had a landline, of course, and people I don't know how they got my number, but they're calling, want to do interviews, things, you know. You know, Tom Brokaw, he's from Montana, so he didn't call, but I don't know, that news station did, and I didn't want to talk to anybody, and so I took about a month off, and then I went back to work, you know, and it was crazy. I mean, that's a quick version, you know. Then for years I read articles on anniversaries of it, 1 year, 5 years, you know. But I remember 2 days after the wreck, the Independent Records, is still the Helena paper. It said the reason for the wreck right on the front page. I probably have that article at home. This was an act of God that had happened. Bullshit, it was two dipshits up there that didn't tie any handbrakes, right? So the National Transportation Safety Board, of course, they're coming because it's a big wreck, right? Like a plane wreck or anything else they could show up for. They come from DC. I go in, I got to do like 3 days of interviews for like 8 hours a day, and they're drilling me hard, man. The guys that were up there, they weren't there probably an hour or two. And I'm like, why me? Wrong place, wrong time, man. Why you guys? And they're like, what'd you hear? What'd you smell? This is, and I go, you might want to talk to them about why that fucking train came down the mountain.
Yeah,
Excuse
exactly.
my, you know. But anyway, so that, you know, and then I read a lot of articles for a lot of years, and then I did an interview in 2019 with Tim McGonigal. He's a news guy from Helena, and it was a good one. It's
the one that I watched?
Yeah, it's the one you watch.
And I'll post the link in the.
It's
I'll
a
post the link.
28-minute video. It's probably the most accurate thing on the train wreck. It's called Modern Disaster, February 2nd, '89 train wreck, Helena, Montana, and it's good. They interviewed me in the middle of it, and I kind of told a few of the things just now that I said in that interview.
Yeah.
But you got the emergency guy for Lewis and Clark County that we live in, you know, on there interviewing and other people, and yeah, it's crazy.
So and then
Yeah.
and you said that it mushroomed, but I remember like when you were telling me about it too, it was so cold.
Yeah.
That actually, that's what kind of kept it. Do you think it would have been
Well, and
more outward?
I've read a couple things that if it would have been, and I could be wrong, I might be blowing smoke here, but because it was so cold it mushroomed out, where if it was like 5 in the morning and it was 60 degrees out, it might have still done that.
Yeah.
But they say, I thought I read it, that it might have went out more.
That makes sense.
You know, I don't know. I could.
Yeah. But the
Don't quote me
aftermath-
on that, man. I don't know.
But the aftermath was probably fucking nuts. I mean, like
man.
you said, the college campus, the windows are blown out.
Oh yeah, there's people in the dorms. You know, there's a concrete plant right next door. I mean, you got the concrete plant. I think then it was called Elk River Concrete, and it shattered, you know, their building windows. And then you got the PE center at Carroll College where they play, you know, college basketball. The windows there, it was concrete, the building, but all the windows were shattered. The dorms were shattered.
Yeah.
2,000-3,000 people in a probably a mile radius. Houses, all their plumbing was shattered.
Oh, so
Yeah, they had no heat. No, I mean, it was crazy.
it destroyed like the city.
It's like the second worst disaster in Helena ever. The first one I think is 1930 something, 35 earthquake, and then this wreck. So
Really?
I guess I was in one of them.
And speaking of that, didn't you say there was a quarry that had like a Richter scale or something? And
Yeah, well, over in Butte, there's at MRI, it's a mine in Butte, Montana Resources,
Yeah.
it's called. The guy, explosive guy, you know, he kind of said that what he could see from whatever kind of guy, I don't know what kind of machines they use,
Yeah.
but they could even hear it over there. But they said it was equivalent to, I don't know, I could be way off here, 20,000 pounds of dynamite going. I don't remember exactly.
I mean, that sounds about right.
But
I mean,
but there was people hearing those explosions miles and miles away. You know?
Really?
I
So
was,
they were that
I was
fucking-
about 300 feet. You know.
oh my god.
I don't know, man. We're all three that were there when the explosions went. We're the only three there. We're lucky, you know.
Hell yeah, man.
And
That's
yeah,
fucking
I mean,
nuts.
I'll never forget it, man. I mean,
Yeah, that's something I'll live with you.
I probably
forever,
got
man.
PTSD from it, you know. Of course, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it with veterans and that have been in a lot worse places, you know.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
you know, yeah, I hear different kind of loud bangs, you know. Yeah, it kind of
makes you
gets me,
flinch a
yeah.
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, so you-
crazy, man.
What was and how was the aftermath as far as I mean, fucking cleaning all that shit up, man.
Well, yeah,
I mean, that probably took months.
yeah, the fire trucks get there. Well, they're shooting water and it's freezing before it's hitting the flames. You know, I mean, so they had to readjust, figure out how they're going to do this. You know, because it was probably a week or two prior to that, into mid January to the end of January to the wreck for maybe 2 more weeks into February. The highs were for the day were like 20 below, 10
Jeez.
below. So it was cold, man. It was brutal.
You're just
Couple
living there,
months
man.
stretch, man.
Yeah.
So they fought it hard on that. Yeah.
Damn.
It took a while. Yeah, I don't know how long it was when they got it cleared up, because it took out the main line, and then there was another subline. You know, two. You had the main line, and then you had another one where you can go. You know, you could
Oh,
use
you'd have
it.
to have cranes and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah. They
I
probably.
mean,
I'm sure they had everything there. You know,
Gosh.
right after it happened, and then there was so many claims put in. You know, for their plumbing, for their heat. You know, their windows shattered. You know, I mean, I feel for all the people. You know.
Yeah. You know.
But yeah,
And that
I mean,
lady where that axle came through. Or
Oh
something.
man, she's lucky.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine laying in your bed and all of a sudden a big fucking axle just
Yeah,
falls?
big steel axle.
How much does that weigh? You said like 6,000 pounds.
I'm not exact sure, but I got to say at least 2-3 ton, which would be 4,000 to 6,000 pounds. And you got,
oh my god,
you got 2 on each car, right? You got 1 and 1. I mean, they got to be 3,000-4,000 ton a piece, and it blew it. I can't lie about that, man. It blew it all the way over that campus.
Yeah, and there's pictures. I'll post them in the
video.
video.
You probably.
Yeah, there's pictures. Like I saw the video, like the picture where the lady's ceiling is just collapsed completely. It's like God.
Yeah, I mean, the awesome thing is there was no deaths.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
first of all, it could have been me or Mark. Probably me because I was running and this and the explosions, and Mark also, Tim with the explosions. And anybody that lived in that around a mile area, let's say a mile radius, I mean, thank God, man.
Yeah.
So then, when all that got settled, I went home and man, I survived it and took a month off and then went back for a few more years. And
I would say, how much longer did you do it for?
A few more years and then, that was it. So
I
got out of it. Yeah. But,
dang.
Yeah, that was a rough morning. Yeah, I mean, there's people that still
imagine.
There's people that see me, and they go, man, you were in that train wreck, weren't you? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's
and that's a small town.
I ain't proud of it by no means, And
that's you live in a relatively small town like Zach, for the most part. I mean, I could only imagine. I mean, you get some of these big cities where stuff like that happens too, but it's like it seems like it just shuts down that little area. Like I felt like that probably messed the town up for a good.
Oh yeah, it's not the dead
city rather.
Yeah, it's not the dead city of town, but Benton Avenue is a very busy north-south running street. That goes to uptown or goes out towards the golf course in the valley, North Valley. Yeah. So it shut that down obviously for a good while, but and small. I mean, then I don't know what we had then, 35,000 people, 40 maybe tops, and that's a lot of surrounding area, too.
Yeah,
so
that's
now
true.
It's probably 60,000.
Yeah. And how fast do you think it was? So you said it rolled like 11, 12 miles.
When it hit us, oh man, that was the thing. There was articles through the years that said that we knew it was coming. We were trying to slow it down and stop it with our locomotives. I'm like, what are these people smoking? We didn't know that now. No. So I think it probably, I don't know. There was suggestion 30, 35 mile an hour it hit us maybe.
That's fast.
Yeah, hitting 4 locomotives that are stopped. We're not moving. We don't know what's coming. Yeah.
51 train cars, man.
Yeah. A mixture of tanks and gondolas and cement cars. It was kind of a big variety train type, hot shot they call it, but a lot of loads. So mostly, with the railroad, majority anything going west out of Helena is loads. Going east is empties. Not always, but a lot of it is.
Oh, and they were pretty much.
I remember I had to look at the manifest before we left, and kind of look it over and make sure, see what kind of tank cars there was. And I remember seeing hydrogen peroxide, sulfuric acid. All right, whatever, you put it in your clipboard. You ready to go? Let's go,
Hell yeah, so, or can get it.
Yeah.
God, man,
it's a crazy morning, man. I can relive every minute of it. This day.
I couldn't fathom that, man.
It's been
crazy.
1989, so 37 years. Yeah.
And it was crazy. What the crazy part is, it was only a couple of you guys that were there.
Yeah.
Like as far I wonder what if that would have happened during the day, it could have been worse. You know what I mean? Like
or
traffic.
Even at 8, 9 in the morning. I mean, no cars got hit. Of course, you got signals that come down.
Yeah.
But it ran right through those. They came down, but there's only one set of signals west of where it hit us. So
it's incredible, honestly, that nobody fucking. I mean, it's incredible you're still here for that.
I know.
Especially doing.
Yeah. I'm glad. Yeah, got 4 grandkids now.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah,
that's
man.
awesome.
I'm glad to be around for them and my daughters and wife.
And
friends, family, man.
Yeah, your daughters.
I sure take life a little different now, thinking what could have been,
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't have had them daughters, I'd have been 6 feet in the ground.
So. You got one that just moved back home too. So.
Yeah. They're all back in Montana now. He finished Dalton. My son-in-law finished his residency, and Destry and Troy's the other ones. They're teachers, and she's got a pedicure nail business too.
That's sweet, man.
Yeah,
man.
That's awesome. So everybody's home, and it's cool.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, we're a tight knit family, man. We do a lot together, and
That's awesome.
And now we got those $4,000. We got twin boys a little over a year. Des and Troy got a little girl, 14, 15 months, and then Devin and Dalton got a almost 5-year-old daughter. So, yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah.
Life happens quick, huh?
Oh, life goes by. Enjoy it, man. It goes fast.
I know, man. I just turned 30 last year.
Ooh, God, I'd love to be that again.
God. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'll be playing football like you was.
Well, and I know they still do that, but Helena doesn't have a team anymore. It's hard. Going back to that, it's tough because everybody's got to work. You don't make no money in that.
It was
more for the love of the game.
How'd you balance work and that?
We'd practice like 2 days a week. Half the guys would show up, half wouldn't. But come game time, they're all there, and it's like, dude, you didn't have any made a practice this week. You think you're playing?
Yeah.
No, it was fun, man. I met a lot of cool dudes from both. We had guys from Butte, Bozeman, Great Falls, Helena.
Everywhere, huh?
Oh, yeah, it was cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was fun. So, yeah, a lot of good times, man. And except for that one with the train wreck. But,
yeah.
Otherwise, life's been good, yeah.
It makes you appreciate. I feel like something like that, makes you, like you were saying, appreciate things. Or just you view things a little differently because, I mean,
I do.
I've never been in an experience like that, but like I could imagine.
Yeah, when you got a near-death deal, man, it's. Of course, you're just trying to survive. You're in survival mode. You don't know what to do. Just instincts take over. You just, I mean, I curled up in that ditch. I didn't know. I could hear boom, 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 chunks of that tank car coming down, and I was hoping to get a chunk of that to have for
put on the wall.
Yeah, but they took it all, and there was a piece that was supposed to make a fountain at Carroll College, and I think somebody in the landfill right next door there. The city landfill took it and threw it away. Oh, like, damn.
Yeah.
Would have been cool to have a little piece of that for.
That'd be cool, yeah.
For what I've been through, yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a gnarly experience, man. I mean, it's just like.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there thinking, I can't even imagine that.
It's not really my claim to fame or anything, but it's.
But you're thinking on your feet though when you're in something like that. Like you said, you don't know. I mean, you went to run one direction, whatever, and then the shit just happens.
Right, I could have just froze there, and Mark would have just hit me with the locomotive, and I just had enough instinct, quick second
get the heck up out of there.
Just step off, run, jump over that north side track, and he was coming right down at me, and I jumped and ran that way, and that's where have you stood?
Yeah. All right, well, guys. I'm not really good at doing this. All right, guys, how they do it. But, we had a good bit of the video was cut out there towards the end, but we got, majority of it. But, we were just talking about charter fishing and how we're going to get a boat and stuff. And he's trying to get me to go to Sturgis now, so that's where we're going to be. But no, this is Mike McNellis, man. I'm glad I got to work with this guy. And I'm trying to think about what did I say? Just, we crossed paths. Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, just to kind of close this out, man. Had some technical difficulties with the production equipment, the iPhone 15, and ended up cutting out the video kind of part way, like towards the end of it and everything. So I'm just kind of throwing this in here just to kind of close it out. But yeah, man, we had Mike McNellis on the show. Super solid guy. Met him through a project I'm working on right now. I mean, honestly, just cutting it up with him at work every day, it helps getting the day go by, and you kind of learn a lot about people. And, he had a really good story. And I just mentioned the podcast and everything, and we were just like, I'd be on it, So, got him on. And, that's the whole goal of this is just to, really bring to light some really interesting people that I've crossed paths with, So, but yeah, again, I had Mike out here, I could see him being a longtime friend. And, hopefully I'll see him out at Sturgis, or maybe we'll get a charter boat together. We, it was kind of part of what we were talking about that got cut out and some other things, I'm sure. But yeah, Spence vs. World podcast, like, subscribe, follow, whatever they call it. And we'll see you on the next one. Later.